And you're muted, Judge.
Good morning, everyone. The 357th District Court will call its court into session for today's settings on Monday, December 13, 2021, 8 o'clock a.m., starting with civil hearing 2019 DCL 1217, the state of Texas versus Luis Hall Jr., Mr. Kowalski, Mr. Kendall.
Good morning, Judge. We have settled this case and we'll be submitting an agreed judgment.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Kendall. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Judge.
Is that it?
That's all I have. May I be excused?
No, Judge, we have another matter with Mr. Kendall, Judge.
Okay, well,
We have an expansion.
2021 DCL 6318, Aida Marie de la Fuente. Mr.
Yes.
Garza. Mr. Kendall, have you reviewed Mr. Garza's petition on behalf of Mr. de la Fuente?
I don't have that on my calendar. If you could give me that cause number again and recall us in a few minutes.
All right, here it goes. 2021 DCL 6318.
It's a PTD, Mr. Kendall. Yeah.
Thank you, Judge. I will. I'll look at that right now.
All right,
Thank you.
2021 DCL 3125, Yasica de Aira Bedoya and Alfonso Bedoya, Ms. Garcia and Ms. Carduño.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your
I'm
Honor.
speaking on behalf of Mr. Bedoya.
Good morning, Your Honor. Luis Carduño on behalf of Ms. Bedoya.
Good morning. What do we have on this one?
Your Honor, we will be filing a joint non-suit on this matter. We were both advised late Friday evening by our clients that they want to non-suit this case.
All
That's
right.
correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Non-suit will be granted. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, Judge.
Likewise.
2017 DCL 6718, Cameron County versus Gil Gonzalez Jr.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ariana Curiel on behalf of the plaintiffs on this case. We're ready to proceed on this one.
Okay.
I just want to make sure, Your Honor, I know Miss Cindy Gonzalez Sims has appeared before.
Gil Gonzalez, Cindy Gonzalez.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Oh, she's here. Where are
Yes.
you? Are you on the phone? On the phone?
Yes, sir. I am on Zoom. I live in Houston, Texas.
Okay. Can you just stop for a second because you're moving around, or do you get?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you.
Yes,
All
sir.
Okay, Ms. Curiel, what's going on with this one?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Gonzalez Sims has appeared before. If I'm not mistaken, she is the daughter to Mr. Gil Gonzalez Jr. They wanted to save this property, Your Honor. It's just that it's more than $14,000 that is owed. It's taxes owing since 2015 up to this year, 2000, or last year up to 2020. I know she wasn't able to enter into a payment arrangement, but she had been given payments. She had promised $600 back in March and back in September. I don't see any payments at those dates. I think she made a payment in October though, and that I do see that payment. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, if they're still trying to save the property, Your Honor. I do want to say this is not a homestead.
Ms. Gonzalez.
Yes, sir. We are still trying to save the property. My parents decided that they're going to try and transfer the property to my name so I can try and borrow a loan against it, since my parents only receive Social Security, and that way I can just try and pay off the whole 14 at one time, because I do make payments as I can, but obviously like the attorney said, you know, I don't have a lump sum of, you know, at one time to pay.
Well, the problem is that, you know, I don't have an issue with the fact that you're paying, Ms. Gonzalez, but it's the inconsistency of the payment.
Mhm.
Regardless of what it is, you stop paying and then all of a sudden you appear in October right prior, you know, and that's what the problem is. If you were
Mhm.
consistent with some kind of payment to them,
I
while
mean, even if it's like just, I mean, I try and pay when I have like, you know, a little bit more than 500 at least, you know, 500 or $1,000. But if you allow me, I mean, if they'll accept $250 or whatever I can pay on a monthly basis, I'm more than willing to do that as well.
well, I'm talking about, I don't know, have you talked to them about your payment plan and that wasn't something you could do?
Yeah, the few times that we have talked about a payment plan, they wanted like a big lump sum like of $3,000 or more at one time to go into a payment plan, and I didn't have that amount.
Is that the way it works?
I guess there's a calculation that they do where it
We
has
do
to be
that,
a
Your
certain-
Honor. just because interest is still accruing every month and the code only allows us to do certain months. So we ask usually for a third down. And so we can get them in out of that payment, that balance in 12 months, 16 months, or 18 months. But that's the reason why we do that. If they can't do that, we'll still accept any payments.
May I ask, Judge, what's the amount that would be required to get into a payment plan as of today with the formula that they use for?
You would just have to call our office, Ms. Gonzalez Sims. It will be a third down of the $14,000 that we would still be requiring. You can't do that. I mean, we will accept any payment if you can't give that lump sum.
And I'm sorry, if I get into my calculator, can you tell me what 1/3 of that amount would be?
I would need to.
That would be approximately $3,500, $4,000.
And right now, like if I were to get into an agreement with them, like right now today, I know for sure that I'd have like maybe 1,300. I'm always short almost half of what the requirement is. But like I said, Judge, my parents, because this is really stressful. Every time I come to court, I fear that I'm going to lose.
I understand what you're saying, Ms. Gonzalez, and I see the stress on your face, and I see. But look, when is the transfer of the property going to take place? Has it taken place already?
See, this was something that I talked with my parents when I knew that this court was coming, because I told them that the last time that you said that, you're trying to help me as much as you can, but I just can't ever seem, to get, I've been trying, like the attorney says, for several years now to get it paid. And it was my father's suggestion that maybe I could borrow a loan against it. I don't know how that works. So I have an aunt that's going to try and help me figure that out, and see if that's something that can be done. I don't know what the process is for him to transfer the property to my name and then try and borrow a loan against it, because there's nothing there, Judge. It's vacant, but it's my dad's property that he's had for over 50 years. When he got sick and stopped and had that extra income coming in is when he fell behind in 2015. And I wanted to save the property because it's his hard work, that land is his, but she's right. It's not their homestead. There's nothing there.
I understand totally, Ms. Gonzalez, where you're coming from. I understand the motive behind this.
Yes, sir.
But unfortunately, if I give you one more opportunity, that will be it, Ms. Gonzalez, because I cannot stop the tax entities from doing what is rightfully they're allowed to do under the law. I have relied on Ms. Curiel and her clients' cooperation to get to the extension I can.
Yes, sir.
But if Ms. Curiel puts her foot down, it'll be a heavy foot, because
Right.
landing on some pretty good rights, that she has a right to proceed on this matter. So
Right.
I don't want Ms. Curiel to drop that foot. But what I think Ms. Curiel would like to see, and I would too, is that, look, you gotta give this realistically, where this is going with you. And I understand that this is something that you want to do for your dad, and because of the property being as long as it has been in his hands, and he doesn't want to lose it. I understand all of that. And I'm trying to give you the opportunity, but I can't go on forever. And I hope you understand that. You understand that?
I do, sir.
So what I want to ask you to do, and I'm going to see if Ms. Curiel will be continue to be cooperative in this, and ask if you have $1,300. I want you to make the payment.
Okay.
I want you to make it today if possible, and go ahead and pay him the money. That will buy you. What I want to do is extend this time to give you an opportunity to settle that matter from that angle about transferring the property and you getting a loan.
Okay, sir.
All you're gonna do is, the problem with that is the appraisal of the property, right? Because you have a bank, it's gonna give you money. They want to know that whatever money they give you, that property is worth at least more than that.
Right.
Not that it's worth the amount, more than that.
Right.
Because they want to cover all their bases, make sure that if there's a default, you don't pay, and they
Absolutely.
And when they take the property, they have to pay all the costs and all that. So they want it appraised at more of what you're borrowing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So that might be something you might run into. I don't know, banks or savings and loans or those other kinds of thrifts maybe have less regulation, less. So it's gonna take you a little bit to negotiate that. And hopefully you can live with the payments and the interest rate that they might charge you. You understand
Okay.
that? Because
Yes, sir.
it's not a homestead, it's just a piece of property, and they just be careful with the interest rate.
Okay,
Because
sir.
they will go nuts on you if you don't watch it.
Okay.
And si no le conviene, Ms. Gonzalez, no le conviene. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yes, sir.
in order to get out of a hole, you're gonna be digging a deeper one.
Yeah. I mean, it's a corner lot there in Santa Rosa, and a lot of people have asked, about buying it to, put something there, but it's, like I said, it's not something that I want to lose. It's something that my dad's dad inherited to him, and there's value in there. That's the only thing, that's the only hope that I know, is that there's more than $15,000 for sure. So hopefully if I can get a loan just for that amount, just to pay this off, and then I'll figure out what I want to do with the property later. And, it'll be easier to keep up with the taxes instead of trying to just pay back taxes that I owe.
Well,
But I'll figure it out, Judge.
I'm gonna give you time to try to do that, but I need to have you be aware that this is I'm running out of options on this one. Okay.
Okay. And I'll get in contact with Miss Correll before 2:00 today, so I can make arrangements for how she wants me to pay that $1,300 today. I'm in Houston, but if she takes a card over the phone, or I usually mail her a money order to her office, so I'll get in contact with her.
Okay. So then let me reset this for. Is that okay, Ms. Curiel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me next year, June. June 23rd, Ms. Gonzalez. That's a long extension I'm giving you. Hopefully you can make some inroads on your new approach to this debt, okay?
Thank you, sir.
You're very
Thank you, Miss Correll.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Your Honor, that is all I had for today. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day, Ms. Curiel. Thank you. 2017 DCL 1913, Torres, Mr. FMU and Attorney General.
Good morning, Your Honor. Steve Essin for Mr. Torres.
Good morning. Let me get Mr. Garza.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Mr. Kendall, did you figure it out?
Yes, Judge.
And do you have any objections to the order?
Yeah, there seems to be, I don't know, a misunderstanding. The pretrial diversion for the misdemeanor case has not, it's set for completion next year. And the felony, the statute of limitations hasn't expired, but we can work with that once the completion on the misdemeanor pretrial diversion.
I think the PTD's already, pretrial diversion has already been done, Mr. Kendall.
Odyssey indicates that it's set for completion 2/24/22, and I don't find any dismissal in the file.
Yeah, well,
You wanna look into that, Mr. Garza?
yeah, but no, it's all, I wouldn't have filed it, Judge. It hadn't been done all
Well, I
complete.
understand that, but there seems to be a discrepancy in records here, so just get, if that's the only objection here, and the felony will come along, I hear Mr. Kendall, they'll work with you on the felony.
Yeah, and the felony was a dismissal because of the PTD that was offered on the misdemeanor, and that's correct. And then once that's cleared up, that's, but let me check into all that, Judge, and I'll get back. Can we get another sitting in January?
You wanna come back in January, okay, or you wanna come back later this week?
That'd be fine too. I mean, we can, whatever the court's convenient for the court.
It's the completion date is set for February 24th. So I don't know if you want to just get a date after then.
Well, the problem is we had it done, already completed, Mr. Kendall.
In other words, that he's completed all the terms of the PTD.
Yeah, and it was done early. Where's Ida? Was that correct, Ida?
Yes, I had finished with Officer Magallanes early at 7 months, and she said because I had completed all of my criterias, I want to say, that I was let off early. She had sent the information to Brownsville main office court, and that's why we were here today. To my knowledge, everything was completed.
Well,
would
the
be-
thing, okay, well, but the problem is that we don't have the DA didn't get a dismissal, so we'll have to look into that, okay?
Okay.
He's looking for the dismissal of that case because you completed everything, but he can't seem to find it. So we're gonna give an opportunity to find the dismissal or track it down.
Is that something I apologize. Is that something I would need to speak to my probation officer about?
No, we can get in touch with it from here. If there's a dismissal that we want to know, where is it? Yes.
Yes, sir.
No, we'll take care of it. I don't think that we should, let me go on an assumption here, Mr. Kendall. Assuming that we're correct, that everything's correct, that there is a dismissal, and for some reason you didn't find it this morning, but there is one, or one's gonna be filed, one's gonna be signed. Is this expunction in proper order, and you remove your objections?
Well, okay, so I would remove my objections, but just to solidify it, I think that Mr. Garza would want to get a certification for the felony. Because DPS would have the opportunity to come back on the felony, even though, because it was not a pretrial diversion, it was dismissed because she entered a pretrial diversion on the misdemeanor.
Yeah.
And so I can't just willy-nilly certify. I need to go to my boss, Mr. Science, to get permission to certify. I don't see why there would be any problem with that in this case. Okay,
well, then the reason I'm inquiring is because to gauge what much time I'll give you. I was gonna do it later on this week, but it seems to me that out of an abundance of caution, we should remove it for next year until all the T's are crossed. Is that okay, Mr. Garza?
Yeah, Your Honor, whatever's convenient to the court. I did not believe that there was going to be any problem with the motion itself, but if it's okay, we can do it next year, Judge. That'd be okay.
Ms. Gonzalez, Ms. De La Fuente,
Yes.
do you understand what we're trying to do here?
Yes, sir, I understand. And I apologize for any.
No, it's not like your fault. So we'll get it straightened out. Don't worry about it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, give me a date in January. January 20th, and we'll see at that time if this not resolved like a way, and we have to wait for the 24th. Just let me know, and we'll move it to the after the February 24th, when the original pretrial diversion would have expired by its own terms anyway.
Very well, Your Honor.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Kendall. Thank you, Mr. La Fuente.
Thank you, Judge. I apologize for the mix-up on behalf of the District Attorney's Office.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Garza appreciates that because they want to do it right, so that Ms.
Yeah, we don't want to have to repeat this.
Rely on the fact that it's being done. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused, Your
Yes,
Honor?
sir. Have a good day.
And may I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aida.
Ms.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
2021 DCL 4966. Doreya Salinas, Fernando Salinas, Ms. Jones, and Ms. Montanaro.
Good morning, Your Honor. Star Jones on behalf of Ms. Salinas.
Good morning, Judge Aida Montanaro, present for Mr. Fernando Salinas.
Your Honor, we're asking for another reset on this matter. It is set for final hearing. There's a couple of outstanding issues, just the exchange of bank statements and what my client is going to do with the vehicle that is under Mr. Salinas's name and credit.
That's correct, Judge, where I think we have everything else ironed out except those two final issues.
Yeah. How long do y'all need?
I would say 30 days. I don't know what you think, Star.
That sounds fair.
30 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, give me 30 days, Ms. Salinas. January 13th.
January 13th. Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you,
you.
Judge.
May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
You had called Mr. FMU, Mr. Garza's case.
That's right. Mr. Garza, Mr.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Steve Exton for Mr. Torres.
Judge Noe Garza from Ms. Torres.
What's going
Judge,
on?
going through these numbers. If you give us like 5 minutes, I think we might be able to
All right,
agree or disagree.
okay. Do you want to go to a breakout room?
Actually, I need to confer with my client because we're doing the numbers, Your Honor. We're
No.
supposed to have done this a long time ago.
No problem.
I'll call you, Steve.
I'm sorry, Mr. Garza, Mr. FMU, are you going to need an interpreter for your clients?
And not for my client.
Not for, Mr. Garza, do you need one for
Yes,
yours?
for mine, yes.
Okay, thank you. What need you for this last case?
Mr. FMU,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you all still talking?
I haven't heard from Mr. Garza, but what I'm thinking is that Mr. Garza is very meticulous and detail oriented, and it's going to take a long time. And we have a disagreement with the AG numbers anyway. So maybe instead of wasting the court's time, give us one more chance, everybody talk to each other. And if we don't have an agreement, have a contested hearing next time.
Mr. Garza? Mr. Garza?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, did you hear what Mr. FMU said?
Yes, Your Honor. I heard him.
Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, we could, we need to agree on those numbers.
How long do you all need to figure out numbers?
Judge, if you could, could you reset us for a week or no?
No, just to be like January.
We set it for Friday. Because I think we're on vacation after the Friday.
Well, whenever Mr. FMU, I don't know what he's.
Well, I would prefer sometime in January so everybody, we can talk to the AG, I can talk to you, so we can figure it out. If not, we can have a contested here in January or whenever the court is available.
When would your client get his W-2 or 1099, whenever for the year?
Well, it should be beginning of January, I assume. So maybe end of January.
That way we can have an accurate figure for 2021.
Right.
So what do you want to do at the end of January?
We can reset it for the end of January.
Okay, give me the end of January, for a status and possible contested hearing. January 27th.
January 27th at 8 o'clock.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that going to be in person, Judge, or Zoom?
Do you all feel there is a need for in person? I'll have it in person.
No, but okay. So
Yeah,
it'll be a Zoom because I think
we'll do a Zoom.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
I'm sorry, Judge, what was the date again?
27th.
January 27th.
Right.
At 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused? Your Honor?
Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're done, Alejandro. We're done. Easy Monday for you. Done. Huh? You're muted.
When are we leaving and when are we coming back?
I believe this Friday is our last Friday and we come back on the 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah.